Thanks, guys. We're here with International Master Tania Sachdev, board four for India, who I think is still lost in thought. I saw you analyzing with Alice Lee a lot after the game. First of all, how well do you know Alice? It looked very convivial, you and her conversation after the game.
It's the first time I've met her and I've spoken to her. I've commentated a lot on her games, but it's the first time I've played her. And so yeah, it was an interesting game. And I think it got really complicated. I definitely had some chances at the end, but I had no time at the end left. And yeah, I'm still thinking about my team and what's going on the other boards, so a little lost there right now.
I've known you for a while, and I can see you lost in thought. I'm not sure if that comes out on camera. Back to the game. You had very little time left, and on the commentary, they were suggesting that if you had more time, you might have looked a little bit more at your teammates' games and maybe gone for more than the repetition. So did you have a chance to look at any of your teammates' games, or were you repetition all the way?
So the position where I repeated, I really couldn't find anything better at that moment, and probably, yes, if I had more time, maybe even regardless of what's going on the other boards, I would have tried to look for something. But whatever I saw, I couldn't find anything. But I think there's a more convincing way when Alice and we were analyzing later on, which was not as easy to find, slightly more complicated. I did have a really good chance earlier before giving up my bishop, sacrificing my bishop in that position. But I had no time to check Vaishali's game, and I think she's in some trouble right now.
Got it. We won't go too deep into moves, but I'm sure you saw when you were looking at Alice on your phone that the response to G6 was E6, very hard move. What was your reaction when you saw that line?
I did see E6 on the board, and I think I just thought that I had better chances with bishop takes pawn and this idea of getting my knight into the attack along with my bishop and my queen, but I missed a defensive resource that she had where she brings back her queen and then all the way to the other side where I'm forced to trade off the queens. And we were checking later on, and it says that white can still play on. It's sort of some sort of a dynamically balanced position. I think I'm not feeling as bad about that repetition as much as I am about E6 because I did see that resource, but I couldn't calculate it fully. Again, just mismanagement of time.
Well, you gave us quite a show. Now what will you do? Will you go back and look more at your game? Will you focus on your teammates' games? I can see your brain is still racing.
You know, when I'm doing commentary, Mike, I always say the clock is the 17th piece, and I think I wasn't able to apply that to my own game today. And then this happens, you know, you miss opportunities. And it's a very critical match for us. So yeah, my mind is still with my team and what's going on, and I think, of course, I'm going to be following the action.
I know you wanted to win, but Alice has a 2600 performance rating this tournament, so not the worst result, but we'll see how it all shakes out. India is still very much in the hunt for the gold. You were tied for first going into the round, so good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Tania Sachdev live with us. Now back to you guys.